first of all, you don't have diabetes and hypertension, as you mentioned. So that is
Correct.
good, because hypertension and diabetes is the number one cause, and hypertension is the second most common cause of kidney failure in our country. More than 2/3 of patients who end up on dialysis have these diseases. Other causes, we have polycystic kidney disease, autosomal dominant polycystic kidney disease. These are like genetic problems that patients develop sometimes later in life. Aging can be one factor that can cause that. But I don't know, did they do ultrasound from your kidneys to see if you have a lot of cysts in the kidney? Did they ever tell you what the workup showed?
No, I've had an ultrasound, and they just said they have no reason why I have kidney disease, but that I have it. And they're setting me up for a class, talking about dialysis.
Yeah.
And just say, drink water and eat a kidney-friendly diet. And I have been, but my numbers...
This program was sponsored by Dr. Zara Tabassian and Angel Care Dialysis Prevention.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind: to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my two sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-822-1716. 800-822-1716.
Are you alarmed by the moral decay in society? Charlie Kirk says,
out of the lack of Christianity is where we get wokeism.
Charlie will be speaking at the upcoming Culture and Christianity Conference, September 19th and 20th in Tennessee, along with other conservative influencers. You could win an all-expense-paid trip to the conference with VIP access. Log on to our station website for details. You'll also receive free Alan Jackson's 30-day devotional, Be Not Afraid, Be Not Discouraged.
Log on to am870.info, keyword truth.
At National Geographic Society, we believe in the power of wonder. It drives us to explore, pushes us to see the world differently, moves us to action. And we believe that today, wonder is more essential than ever. Wow. That's why we're supporting a new generation of explorers to ask big questions, make breakthroughs, and bring the future closer. Wonder awaits. Will you join us? Visit natgeo.org/wonder.
Our registration fee.
KRLA, Glendale. AM 870. The Answer. Breaking news and talk from the voices you can trust. The Morning Answer with Jen and Grant. Prager, Kirk, Hewitt, Elder, Levin.
In industry, and you'll have banged into some of them.
With SRN News, I'm John. Information released about a police officer at CDC.
A Georgia man who vaccine for making him depressed and suicidal has been identified as the shooter who opened fire late Friday on the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention headquarters in Atlanta, killing a police officer. The 30-year-old man, identified as Patrick Joseph White, was armed with 5 guns, according to an official speaking on condition of anonymity. He died during the incident. White also tried to get into the CDC's headquarters, but was stopped by guards before driving to a pharmacy across the street and opening fire. I'm Julie Walker.
A U.S. tourist who was visiting Puerto Rico fatally shot at La Perla, a popular seaside shantytown. The victim, Kevin Mayers from New York. This is SRN News.
It was a Tuesday, the kind of day where leads go missing and ad budgets vanish into thin air. That's when she walked in.
Detective
Detective, I need your help. My SEO leads, gone. My PPC traffic vanished. And my social media, cold as a snow cone in Alaska.
I'd seen it before. Digital ads that went AWOL, MIA, ghosted, vanished, disappeared, absented, vamoosed.
Detective?
Oh, sorry. I know just the guy for the job. Call Scott Strohmeyer. Media strategist, creative, strategic, and relentless when it comes to tracking down quality leads.
Yeah, but will he take the case?
He already has.
If your leads have gone missing, don't panic. Call Scott Strohmeyer, media strategist. He'll track down your audience, sharpen your message, and turn your campaign into a lead-generating machine. Call Scott, 323-397-6103. 323-397-6103. Tell him the detective sent you.
Parenting is challenging at any age, but for young parents, it can be overwhelming. Since 2008, Fristers has served Orange County's most vulnerable families. Using an innovative two-generation model of care, they support adolescent parents and their children, helping build healthy and stable lives, families, and futures. For more information, visit fristers.org, fristers.org, or call 949-387-7889, 949-387-7889.
United States Deputy Sheriff's Association is a national nonprofit and America's largest non-governmental provider of services to law enforcement. USDSA assists city, county, state, and federal law enforcement agencies through our many varied programs, including free safety equipment donations, free officer survival training, cash donations, and condolence letters to the family of law enforcement officers who perished in the line of duty. USDSA also provides a citizen awareness program and thank you cards to law enforcement. These are just some of the ways United States Deputy Sheriff's Association assists America's law enforcement and the citizens they serve. For more information about United States Deputy Sheriff's Association or to see how you can help, please visit usdeputy.org. United States Deputy Sheriff's Association, taking training to the next level because lives are on the line.
AM 870, The Answer is everywhere on the air in SoCal at AM 870 on your AM 870 smartphone app.
The advantage of modern technology.
And now on Amazon and Google Home speakers. Just ask for AM 870, The Answer.
Are you listening?
AM 870, The Answer.
This live program is sponsored by the Gunslinger Shops.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. America and all the ships at sea. You're listening to Gunslingers, brought to you from behind the Iron Curtain on Radio Free California. Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network, baby.
I hope you guys can hear me because I can't, but
we're in the same room, so I can.
Well, there's
Here
that. Anyway,
those of you out in Radio Land.
And what is this but our 6th anniversary show, which means something's got to go wrong.
Oh yeah, we got to celebrate all the things that happened on this
because it wouldn't be
train wreck.
us if something didn't screw up royally.
No,
I tell you what. Anyway. It's coming in now, Kevin, but for a second there, I was dead. Yeah, okay.
There we go.
A little on the air fun.
That's a very on note for the Gunslinger show, right? So what a way to celebrate than keeping it all the same.
Yeah, why change now? We've been so unsuccessful for 6 years. We might as well keep it rolling.
Welcome.
Not completely unsuccessful because here we are. 6 years. What started with a young boy with a hand in his pocket and a dream. 6 years.
Who the hell was that?
Hey, well, I got my hands up here.
Well, you know what? So here's what I like to do for the show for tonight. Well, of course, we'll go over how we got started with the meagerness of how we got started, and we'll kind of go through, and then hopefully you guys can call in and give us some of your highlights or lowlights, whatever.
Yeah.
Call in and give us an idea what you think. What's the number, Jim?
You guys want to call in on this very special occasion. That's 866-870-5752. Once again, 866-870-5752.
All right. We've got Rick from the CRPA in the next segment. So, we'll Let's just get started. So, okay.
Go.
Yeah, about 7 years ago, I decided I was going to give this radio thing a try. So what I did was I contacted another station, and where the great El Rushbo was on, and I didn't do anything but commercials on that thing. So I started out with, I tried to do something different because everybody always had the same kind of, "Hi, this is Bob from, Boring Commercials Are Us," and so I thought, you know what, I'm not going to do that. So I started off. I had my friend Kurt write my very first one, and I read it. My friend Devin, who owns Southwest Sound over in Sierra Madre, also the keyboard player extraordinaire. He's kind of like a Linus from Peanuts. Remember him?
Yeah.
Anyway, I went over there and I cut my first, and instead of just going, "Hi, this is Jeff from Gunslinger's Gun Shop," I went, "Hey, it's Jeff from Guns."
That'll get you.
And it did, and people really responded poorly. I had a whole bunch of people calling and emailing me going, "You scare the hell out of me every time you stupid commercial starts.
I just got a wreck because of you.
I wear earbuds and you blow my ears out every time." It's like, well, you know what, dude? Don't wear earbuds when you drive, you dumbass. But anyway, so I kind of started with that, and then I would go in about every 30 days and cut a new one, and we did that for a while. And man, you talk about dead. I mean, nothing. And I was kind of depressed. It's like, maybe this. And then all of a sudden, the floodgates started, and we were getting called. "Hey, are you that guy from that?" "Yeah, I am." Wow. And it just kept going and getting bigger. And then I got a call from another station who wanted to steal my commercials and kind of threw in a little bonus.
"Hey, let me get a little incentive for you, huh?"
Yeah, a little bonus. They said, maybe you could do a half-hour show. And I had in the 2010. Remember, I had that other.
You had done a show on a smaller scale,
much smaller scale. Yeah, KSGV I think was the station, and I think it was like 00.000 on the dial.
It was on 5 watts. What's ZM? I've never heard of that before.
Well, they actually had the broadcasting thing was this little AM radio that that they
had to turn the crank.
Did you have to wind it up? Yeah.
And if you flicked it just right, you get Vin Scully on it.
Hey!
So anyway, it was really just awful, and I didn't know if I wanted to do that, but I thought, well, I'll go check it out. And they really wined and dined me, and made me feel like this could work, and so I signed up for it. But I went in and tried to do my first one, and I just hated it. I like to talk to people, and just talking to a microphone sucked.
There's kind of a wall.
Yeah, so I went home. I told them I need to think on this a few days. I went back to the shop and I called Mark and I go, "Hey, what are you doing for the next
6 years, apparently?"
Yeah, 6 years or
I don't
so.
think that's how you originally presented it.
Yeah, and so, I said, "Listen, I've got this opportunity to do this show," and da-da-da-da-da, and, so we extended it to an hour, and then we did our very first show, which originally we were Saturday nights at 7:00. Right. I think we only were there for like 2 or 3 weeks, and it was just, dry as dust. It was pre-recorded, and we tried to have without the phone callers. To me it just drives. It was just a bummer, and we tried to do things like, remember, Gun of the Week or Gun of the Year or whatever the hell it was, and we tried all these different, and it was just, and then finally after about 2 months they said, we think you could probably do this live, and we never looked back. After we started doing it live, we started getting phone calls, and then I don't know, what did we go, about 6 months, and then I brought Jimmy on.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah, and then
I remember being at the shop when you'd come back from you guys' taping, and you're like, "Oh well, man, it went well," and you were just kept repeating, "It needs to go live. We need to be live.
Yeah.
We need to be live."
What city was that?
Down it was West LA area, Palms or.
It starts with a C. What's
Culver City.
Culver City. Okay, so get this. We had to tape Thursday afternoon at 2 p.m. in Culver City from Glendora.
Easy drive.
Oh yeah, 2 to 3 we would tape, and then
going home.
Yeah, then I'd get back to the shop about 9.
the next morning,
pretty much.
Throbbing pulse on your forehead.
Man,
from the traffic.
It was just brutal. So when they said that we could go live, it was like, okay, cool. And then I got this call at the shop from a Southern gentleman.
Oh, yes.
That, I mean, to this day, it still gives me kind of goosebumps. I got a call from Leon the Motorman at the shop telling me he really enjoyed the show. And this is like my all-time radio hero, and I'm just like, wow, it was so cool. And 2 or 3 days later, this was like on a Monday. 2 or 3 days later, I got a call from KABC, and they said, "Hey, you want to move to Sundays at 7?" Yes.
Now his show was started at 8.
Yeah, Sundays
so
from
we
8
would
to
be
10.
backed up against one of our heroes.
Yeah. And so not only did we get to kind of bleed off a little bit of his audience, because, guns and cars go together.
Oh, yeah.
But, we got to witness watching Leon the Motorman at work. And it was just like, wow, this is so cool. And it just kind of kept going from there.
To reminisce on that phone call, I was there when you received it, and the way you were beaming, it was like you had gone back in time, and you were a 20-year-old boy listening to.
It was about a half an hour phone call, and I never sat down. I walked.
Yes, you did, with the smile plastered on your face, and that was a great sight, especially because that your fledgling kind of debut in radio, and you have such a legend come and giving you that pat on the back, and then all of a sudden we created the Man Cave.
Man Cave.
Man Cave. We did everything. We did that backwards, but yeah. And speaking of backwards, let's get to Richard at the airport.
Who is one of our long-timers, by the way.
That's right. Richard, how are you?
Good evening, you magnificent gunslingers that have been with us for so long now.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, Richard. Always great to have you.
What's going on, Richard?
Well, I want to know what's the main difference between the NATO 5.56 and the Remington 223 cartridges. What's the big deal?
In today's world, there is
effectively.
Yeah, there is nothing. If you get old ammo, you will find a difference in 5.56 and 2.23. But in today's world, they are literally the exact same. There's no damn difference.
What's the difference then?
The 5.56 had a slightly thicker casing and rim at the base because it was used in fully automatic weapons, and so that changed the chamber pressures. As Jeff just said, if you had an early rifle that was built for a 223, you might run into a little bit of overpressure. I think the only thing that had that problem was the early Ruger Mini 14s. Was there anything else?
But no, and I can't think of anything in today's world. In fact, I had the vice president of Sig Sauer in my shop one day, and I asked him flat out, "Okay, tell me what's the difference between 223 and 5.56?" He's going, "Nothing."
Threw his hands up
like, what are you, an idiot? Well, yes, but that's besides the point.
So you see people when you see people splitting hairs about it, let them know that today you can find either way.
Richard, you got a joke for us tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to test your knowledge on geometry. There's two parallel lines. They have so much in common. It's a shame they never meet.
Very good, Richard. Thank you.
That was a two-bagger.
And thank you for sticking with us for 6 years. Your jokes are always a highlight of nothing. But thank you.
Your presence knows no parallel.
I don't know if I hung up on him or he hung up on us, but he's gone. There it is.
God bless you, Richard.
All right, guys, you're listening to Gunslingers on our 6th anniversary right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
We'll be back with Rick from the CRPA right after this.
Yep. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Melissa. Great to have you guys all.
Oh, she's finally back. She's been gone.
Doug, always great to have you. Jim. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Ron, great to have you on. Special guests, Jeffrey and Mom are here.
Yeah.
And, Deborah over there.
We got cake.
Yeah, we do. I got it right in front
Speaking of which, I'm going in.
Mark, C-Note, everyone. Thank you guys all for celebrating with us. Couldn't do this without you guys, so... Love to hear from you. Just keep them coming.
As Jeff suggested earlier, it's a whole lot more fun with you lot.
Yeah.
Evil Dr. Ken. Thank you.
Little makeup. Make sure you get your good side. I don't remember the damn words anymore.
You know the chorus?
Yeah. You ready? Don't do it. Oh, shit.
Oh, shucks a bucks.
Beep. Did I just say that?
Can't beep.
Shoot,
What
I
do
said.
you can't beep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, splits.
I'm sure they caught it in the booth. Welcome back.
What a way to celebrate.
Yeah, screw it. Let's just get to Rick. Rick, how are you?
Hey, Rick.
Happy anniversary, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You've been with us a long time, too.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it seems like just yesterday. But anyway.
Or a million years ago, one or the other. Well, what's going on?
So many court cases, so many bad bills. Anyways, and we don't play the Darth Vader music anymore, which is kind of cool.
It is cool.
So, hey, what's going on? We've got a lot of movement starting up in the courts again, so we're kind of getting excited. We're doing the official filing in the Rhodey case up to the Supreme Court this week, so that'll be in the news. And hopefully with that, Rhodey, so everybody remembers, is the ammunition scam. And so hopefully we're going to get that corrected. We're also looking at a couple of other court cases. Obviously, there's Nguyen v. Bonta that is happening, and the James v. Maduros, which is our challenge to the excise tax, is trying to move forward. So there, I preempted you. Hey. And other than that, the kids are at recess, and we're gearing up to go back for the final 2 weeks. Still got a couple of bad bills, trying to get those killed. And then at the same token, I've been working with several offices to draft new legislation to debut in January. So continuing the fight to be proactive and to take bills that move and advance the Second Amendment and its derivative rights.
Look at that.
Very good.
How nice is it not to have to be on the defensive all the time?
It's been fun. I love the fact that we're fighting back, and just want people to get excited and more people to get engaged. And our board was really good. They've expanded our roles in the political area, so we're working on the voter ID situation, and part of that is because two different reports were released, one from the federal government that showed that California actually is not blue, so we need to quit saying that. Actually, if anything, it's purple, but it was actually more red because once they retracted the over 350,000 dead people that voted, which, yes, before anyone asked, that's more than Chicago. We beat Chicago at something.
Wow.
So proud of us. But anyway.
More dead voters. Yay.
But as a result of that, Harris didn't win California. And we also know from two counties that were sued, and they went through. One was Sacramento. I believe the other one was Santa Clara. I'm not sure on the second one. But in both those counties, Senator Dolly, remember when we had the recall and Dolly was running against the governor? Mm-hmm. Dolly actually won those by over 60,000 votes in each of those two counties, which if you extrapolate that along like-minded counties, Newsom didn't win.
Interesting.
That's very, very interesting. Do you suppose any of this had anything to do, I know this is not a political show, but might that have had anything to do with Kamala's decision not to run for governor?
I don't know.
Couldn't win her own state?
But you know, it's been interesting to watch this gubernatorial race, and you know, try not to be political, but just looking at all the players that have come into it. And of course, you know, we've got a couple of candidates that are pro Second Amendment, and we have a whole bunch that are not. But it's also looking at the money, looking at how everything's developed, and you know, at one point we had 18 candidates in this race, and now it looks like it's narrowing down to about 6. So that's going to get really interesting. Can
I ask you just one more question? Again, I don't want to play political science card here, but California has invoked this so-called nonpartisan system, where instead of the top Republican and the top Democrat running off against each other, it's the two top voters are the two top vote getters. And because the Democrats are the majority here, there's a real good shot at you having two Democrats running against each other.
Well, and that comes down to strategies. It comes down to you know, what happens at the primary, because that's what decides the final election. So you know, there's egos involved. There's a lot of things. We have to see who the front runner is and hopefully coalesce around that front runner. But it's also looking, you know, down the line from that. I mean, we've got a redistricting issue going on. We've got a lot of things happening that we just need people to be very engaged in. And my message to a lot of people is they're doing this because they're scared. This is the last-ditch effort of a sinking ship. You know, and I've said on this show now for the better part of 2 years that, you know, we won with Bruin. That was our midway, and then we're going to have to fight for every island. But if you look at it, we are winning. We didn't say that 6 years ago. No. I mean, to bring it back to the anniversary of the show, 6 years ago, it was depressing sometimes for me to have to come on because I was like, here comes the Darth Vader music, because it was nothing good. You know, and that was the reality of it. And I remember one time Jeff played, I think, Walking on Sunshine, and I thought, how do I even talk to people when he's played that song? Because, like, nothing is going to be sunshine. But today, like, that'd be a cool song because we are actually winning. We're actually taking things back. And my fear is that because we started to win, that some of our people won't show up because they'll think, oh, well, they got it. And no, this is the time we need to double down, and we need to get stronger. And the fact that this is going to have a special election in November gives us a lot of chances to really knock them down and push them back.
Absolutely.
Well, and speaking of, let's back up a little bit because you did kind of go over a few things, but what's going on with this ammo bill? I won't bug you about the other one. We'll just talk about the ammo one.
Oh, as far as the court case?
Yeah,
or
the court case.
Yeah, it's James v. Maduros. It is, we're waiting for when we're going to have the date to go talk. It's one of several, because this also happened in several other states where our illustrious assembly idiot went out and started to push this same thing in other places. So they're vying to both get the Ninth Circuit and a couple of other circuits to see if we can get a difference so we could rush this to the Supreme Court, or we're going to have to slug our way up to the Supreme Court. But it's looking very, very hopeful because some of the messages coming down from the Supreme Court are really interesting, and things are being fast-tracked. And I think you're starting to see our own state government is a little reluctant to go to en banc or go to some of these things. So we're just going to see what they do. I mean, you know, they may still try to en banc on a couple of things, but their deadlines are this week, so we're going to see what they're going to pull.
Well, you know they're going to pull something because it's what they do. But
yeah, well, they may not. I mean, you know, right now finances are starting to have a play in this, and so that may serve our purposes. It may not, and that's. But this is a long pause that we're watching, and you know, there's a couple of cases. It looks like they're like, hey, we'll pay the fees. Like, let's just be done with this. And so they're admitting that they've been unconstitutional. That's what I mean by wins. We're starting to get some wins in some areas where people are like, okay, we did that wrong. And we got a big win on the 2571 case, which was going after the kids. We won in that case, and the state didn't fight us on it. I thought for sure they were going to fight us on it because that was such a big deal for the governor, and they backed off.
Wow.
Do you think that the growing, the kind of the raising of voices, as you've noticed, especially not to pat this show on the back too much, but working with people like you and the CRPA, and you've seen the uproar of voices kind of pushing back on them, do you feel like they feel that this tidal wave coming toward them is making them shrink, and that sinking ship is kind of being overloaded now, and now they're
duck
looking,
and cover.
Yeah, now they're looking for other ways to kind of spread their power, maybe move away from this topic as much. Do you feel that way?
Well, that's a great question, Jimmy. I think one of the things that is definitely prevalent right now is we've all adapted. I mean, we have a huge new program called Women Armed to Vote in Education. An Educate Wave. They're going up to the Capitol, and you know the difference is we'll probably have 60, 70 women descend on the Capitol for an entire day, going into offices, telling them what they think about some of these different bills and things that they want and things that aren't being heard as women. And that is something that makes them very uncomfortable. And all these people are going in there showing how they paid to be there. They paid to be there. They weren't paid to be there. And with the monies cut off from USAID and other things, the opposition's just not as present as they once were. And so I think staff and members are starting to take notice of that. And as long as we keep up that pressure and keep dialing that in, we're having an impact. And that's why I said, and the final part is going to the polls and voting the people out that have failed us.
Look at that. I love to hear it because this is, and that helps us work on all the other fronts, like the school boards and all these, and how you brought up the firemen, the police department, and all that. So I think as one big wall that's coming after trying to push these kind of thoughts and legislation out, we can folks, California is not lost. It's not lost. We can save her. Come on, let's come together. Let's support each other and the CRPA. God bless you, and let's save the state. Let's do it one piece at a time.
And that's a real good point, Jimmy. Again, it's so easy to say, yes, we got to have a new governor, but absolutely right. We have to be concerned with the Senate and the legislature.
Has anybody been paying attention to the governor's race? Do you know who's the leading guy right now?
It's someone we know.
Yeah,
and I love
he's earned more money or taken in more money than anybody in the field, and we all know who that is, right?
Yeah, Mr. Sheriff Chad Bianco.
That's him.
Yeah, it's great to see.
Never say never.
Yeah,
Rick, as always, thanks, and it was good having lunch with you this week.
Yeah, it was so great. I loved that sandwich. It was wonderful, and as always, it was an insightful conversation. So yeah,
I tell you what.
But thanks for sticking with us.
Claude Rains, I got over here.
Thanks for sticking with us this whole time.
Anyway, Rick, anybody wants to join, donate their time or their money, how do they get a hold of you?
CRPA.org, and if they have any questions, contact at CRPA.org. And God bless you, and happy anniversary again, guys.
Thank you, sir. We'll talk to you next week.
Okay, bye-bye.
See you, Rick. Okay, bye-bye.
Awesome.
Cheery phone call.
I'm telling you. Honestly, we used to play the Darth Vader music when he came on.
Every time he would come on.
It was always early in the morning, and at least me, I'm about a quarter awake, and it's like, oh, are you kidding me with this? And it just used to get so bad.
But for all those of you who have always said, oh, you just got to move out of the state, or not, we fight.
Yes.
We fight, we win.
And we are winning. All right, you're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And this is our 6th anniversary, if you can believe that.
6th anniversary.
Time for phone calls. Quick, what's the number?
866-870-5752. Once again, 866-870-5752. Let's go.
Give us a call. We'll be back right after this.
Woo!
For Tuesday.
Hey, thank you, C-Note, for sticking with us all this time. Really do appreciate it. It's wonderful. Like I've said it before, and I'll say it again, best audience anywhere.
Couldn't agree more.
On radio, on...
Most loyal, for sure.
Internet, all that. So thank you. Thank you all.
I mean, the Facebook guys, they kind of run a show of their own.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Hey, our Rumble crew is really getting up there.
I don't know how to get on to any of the other ones, so.
Oh, Rumble's pretty easy. It's kind of like the YouTube. YouTube, I don't think, is up.
YouTube is not up at this time.
But we are, ladies and gentlemen, we are 45 people away from 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We are right at the cusp. Let's keep driving. I'm seeing more and more people on there every day subscribing. Let's hey, if we can, let's try to bust it tonight. I know we're not on there tonight, but keep them coming. Love to see it.
Can you run in and ask Kevin what the heck?
Oh, you can probably hear us.
I don't know.
Doug, voter geek dreams. Steve Hilton versus Chad Bianco. Yeah.
You know, I see Hilton on Fox all the time.
He's getting a lot of good air.
Yeah, but he doesn't do anything for me. You know, a slaphead limey. I can't believe I said shit on air, by the way.
Well, maybe if it'd been at this 7 years.
Yeah. he just doesn't do it for me. I don't know.
I would rather see our friend. However, what I don't want to see is
a Democrat.
Two Republicans cutting each other's throats. Yeah. Add Rick Caruso to that because he's got some numbers too. And then the payoff to that is the two top Democrats, one of whom you're going to see Katie Porter almost for sure. And wouldn't you love to see someone like Antonio Villaraigosa running for governor again? That because this is like the stupid zombie bill, right? They just keep coming back.
Tony Villar.
So yeah, YouTube is giving us the old rainbow wheel, and if we try to restart her, we may have to drop the other one. So we've got Rumble, X, and Facebook up. So let's just keep them going.
If you bat 750, you're in the Hall of Fame.
Hey, you know what?
Right?
Ain't nobody batting that right now in the big league. So we're doing better than most. You guys having fun so far, though, huh?
Yeah, Will Smith has dropped down to 310. I go out, and I want to stay in. Get things done. I catch a paper, boy, things don't really change. I'm standing in the wind, but I never wave bye-bye. But I try. Wish you guys on the internet could hear this.
Little music party going on in here.
Sign of life. He's fading away. Goodbye, Dave. All right. Welcome back to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And you know, we're no longer being threatened to being sued and being kicked off of all the internet things. That's why we stopped doing the music on there.
Yeah.
As everybody complains about it, but there's nothing we can do, guys. Every week we get a threat. If you do this one more time, and it's because you only have like 18 seconds or something, and even if we went to 10 seconds, they still would send us the notification. So we just had to completely cut it off the internets. But
more important for us to stay on the air.
Yeah. So
besides,
sorry.
You have our lovely mellifluous singing voice.
Yeah. Sorry. Anyway, so we got locked up with Leon the Motorman, and we did Man Cave Weekends. We did that for a couple of years, and that was a lot of fun.
That's still kind of fun.
Yeah, and then we got moved, same station, but we got moved to Saturday mornings with a little better time. I think we were 8 o'clock, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 8 to 9, and we did that for a while, and that was better.
That was when we went from Man Cave mornings to Man Cave weekend. We took over the whole entire weekend.
Yeah. So that was a little bit better. But then KRLA contacted me and they said, "Hey, you know, we understand you're doing your show there, but we can rebroadcast it Sunday nights from 8 to 9, and do that." And I thought, well, okay, we'll give that a roll. And then, of course, they had me come over, and I'm walking through the halls, and I saw, there's Adam Carolla. There's Dennis Prager, and they've got pictures of the Larry on the wall and everything, and it was like, ooh.
Actual people.
Real people, real shows.
And then, I went back to the other station where, as I said earlier, it kind of looked like a 70s FM or early 70s FM station with no tiles in the roof. And they had this old, remember the lockers when you first came in? I'm pretty sure the real Don Steele was still in one of those lockers, right next to the Wolfman. And it was just, it looked like a bomb shelter in that place. It was just so depressing. And
it was clearly in decline.
Yeah. And they gave us a 2-hour show once over there. They said, we could go from 6 to 8. So I got there at 5:30, and I could get in because I had the passkey code. And I got in, and I'm sitting in the thing because both of these guys had the day off. So I was going to have to do 2 hours alone, which, as you know, I don't like doing. And what happens? The board guy didn't show up till 10 minutes to 7. So it was over 50 minutes of dead air.
welcome
to over there. So we started looking over here, and with all the things going on, and I thought, maybe, and then we started doing it, and we were doing both for a little bit.
Yep.
And finally, I just said, hey, you know what? This just doesn't make any sense. Let's just go to a station that I think at the time was number 4 in L.A. Of all the conservative stations, and the other station was literally station number 249.
Yeah, falling off the list.
Yeah, of 250.
Yeah,
I'm not making that up. That was actually
I remember when we got in there, people were kind of leaving in droves.
Well, yeah.
All their vans had their celebrities that were no longer there, and we were like, man.
And remember the Omega Man? It kind of looked like that.
Yeah.
In fact, Charlton Heston's body was in one of them lockers.
One of those lockers.
I was
right next to the Real Talk.
I was picturing in WKRP Cincinnati, and then we WCRAP. Culver City.
Yeah, so we came over here, and we've been here, I think, 2 years now.
Yeah.
And of course, we came over just as an hour show, and I just hated it. It takes me an hour to get here and an hour to get home, and it's like, well, we're on air a little less time than it takes me to get there and then get home, So finally, they moved some stuff around, and they gave us a 2-hour show, and it just fits.
We are always, if I may, we're always at the end of a 2-hour show. We're always going, man, is it already over? We're just getting rolling here. Imagine how it was with 1 hour. We were forever going, what? It's over?
And having a guest, it's like, hi, this is, okay, thanks, good talking to you.
You have a wonderful voice.
So you just won the world championship. Anyway.
Good talking to you.
Really?
So anyway, I mean, we've had senators, congressmen, we've had people running for governor. We had the one and only Patrick Wayne on.
Yeah.
Of course, we've had our good friend Leon the Motorman several times. In fact,
coming back up.
August 24th, we're going to have another Motorslinger show. Don't forget that. Who else have we had? We have had, of course,
Frank.
Yeah, Frank Stallone actually came in studio.
Yeah, that was kind of a fun time.
Yeah, it was an interesting day. And Mr. Shiriko.
Peter Shiriko's been on a couple of times for us. We had Todd Hodnett, one of the top long-range shooters in the world. We've had Kim Rohde in. We had her on the air.
Yeah.
Justine we had in. We had a lot of world champion shooters on this show. It's been wonderful.
If you ever get the Outdoor Channel on Wednesday, they call it Wednesday night at the range. Just about every person on each show we've had on, So Evil Roy, of course.
Yeah.
We've had him on, and Chad Bianco we've had on a bunch of times. I'm still fighting with the station to let us have him come back.
Les Bear.
Yeah, we've had Les Bear a few times. I talked to the owner of Wilson Combat this week. And we're going to try and get him on.
That would be a fun voice to have.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I'm drawing a blank on some of the other ones.
Blackbeard Customs on talking about all this, the work they do with Berettas, and we're touching it all. We're having fun all over the place, folks.
Yep. And speaking of, let's get to Mark in Woodland Hills. Mark, how are you?
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Jeff, I just want to thank you for the update on your sister, and I'm sure we all agree that God truly does bestow miracles.
Amen, absolutely.
And anybody who's had a sick relative can empathize with you completely. Happy anniversary, guys. And Jeff, I'm not going to refer to either of your wingmen as left wing, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I got 2 right wing wingmen. Yeah. We just fly around in circles.
You mentioned earlier about California voting. We have jungle rules primaries, but thank God only a couple of chartered cities have what's called, it's instant runoff voting, but better known as ranked choice voting, which is the worst possible that other states do have, and it's totally shambolic. Yes. But I did want to, you said touch on things that were mentioned before, and this is for Mark. Yeah, I love the show where you mentioned the early days of skateboarding, which we used to call back then, I'm sure you remember, sidewalk surfing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God,
it's all right. Yeah.
Well, we would take a wood board and get some old steel wheels off of roller skates, and then the high-tech thing was, then came clay wheels.
If you had clay wheels, you were... What are you, Beverly Hills?
Ooh la la.
I'm ancient, but you know what I really got the most kick out of was I got into making my longboards you could lay down on, and we used to do the racing down the hills at Signal Hill.
Oh
my God! They used to have that once a year, and there were some guys with wind, windscreens, and stuff that went around them so they could really go down that hill quickly. But I got a kick out of that, and I really thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah. Well, we both remember those clay wheels and those roller skate wheels. If there was a grain of sand,
oh man, forget about it. You better have a whole bunch of clothes on.
That's how my dad lost his front teeth. He in the San Gabriel hills over there, just barreling down.
The dreaded skid.
Oh man, and it's face plant, 2 hands and a chin.
Yeah.
It's always a treat when Rick comes on, and really it's fundamental to our nation's sovereignty to become an activist at some level, either with a donation, if that's all you can do, to Second Amendment groups like CRPA, and in a good candidates who stand for office also. We have to become, even if all you want to be is a phone warrior, who does the phone banks. Or using Bill Blaster. You can put that on your phone. I have it on my phone, and I don't download much rubbish on my phone, But you are a force multiplier to defend our sacred constitutional rights. And anybody can do it. I don't care. If you're listening in this audience right now, you can do it. And we have to establish more of a GOP presence, and I don't mean establishment GOP. I mean MAGA, And there are a lot of Purple District Dems who track public opinion, very crucial to their.
Yeah, they have to.
And we can nudge them into getting away from their donor interests. So bottom line, it's free and it's not as unpleasant as giving blood.
Pump them up, Mark. Do it.
All right.
Yes, sir.
No.
Oh, I was just saying.
I don't plan on learning to speak Mandarin. Okay. So,
thank you.
Well, you seen these apartments going up everywhere? What do you think that's all about?
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, we have to get institutional buying of homes away from Blackline and Larry Fink and some of those economic traders.
Yes.
How can you afford to go up against a corporation that will they will pay over the asking price by 15% or more, because they're not going to flip the house. They're going to rent it.
Yep.
So it's not just guns, but guns are the most important thing, because if you can't defend yourself against authoritarianism, you're toast.
Yep, absolutely.
And God bless you guys. You guys are really out there on the cutting edge, and I appreciate everything you all do.
Thanks, Mark. We'll talk to you later.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
We have an uncommonly well-informed listening audience, don't we?
We really do, and it's always interesting to let them go for a minute.
Yeah.
I want to bring out 2 things. Number 1, Larry Potterfield.
Yeah.
Had Mr. Midway on himself, right?
Yeah, the Midway man.
And the Beard of Knowledge.
The Beard of Knowledge. That was a very fun interview.
Mark Hall Patton. Yeah, we will.
And I want to shout out Rev Hendo, who says, I still remember the remote from the hotel bathroom. We have done it all, ladies and gentlemen.
I remember being in the studio solo, having you guys over the radio. I'm like, oh my goodness, how are we going to do this?
Yeah, that was really interesting. We were at the Antique Show in Vegas. Mark and I and Jimmy manned the studio, and we couldn't be in the same room.
That's where the only place we had the reception.
Yeah.
Great acoustics, gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
Great acoustics.
Hey, a lot of reverb.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, when we were singing, it was great.
It sounded great.
I was literally in the tub, Man,
you've had to do shows from the bed.
Yeah,
oh man,
true.
you had a brush with the sea?
The original bad one, back in 2021. I was my blood oxygen level got down to 84. They tried to keep me in a hospital, and I said no. And I said, if I'm going to die, I'm going to do it at home. I'm not doing it here.
Or on the air.
Yeah, that happens quite often. But yeah.
This is Jeff.
Yeah.
You did it.
You did it.
Yeah, I did it. So I have yet to miss a show, I think, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, you're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio
and
Network.
Our 6th anniversary show. What's the number, Jim?
You guys call in 866-870-5752. Again, 866-870-5752. Come celebrate.
And we'll be right back.
Yep.
Still my favorite song from those guys.
Sorry?
Still my favorite song from this band. I talked to 3 or 4 people this week with large collections. So we're going to be booking February here pretty quick.
Still no YouTube in case that comes
Oh, and by the way, September, we're at like 700.
Whoa,
so much for stopping at 5.
It's a dream. It's a dream.
Yeah.
You know what? At least, you remember when it felt like we used to start almost at noon, like 11 before?
Mm-hmm. We did.
Yeah, and now that we're starting 10-ish, it's at least we have the evening to drive home.
Yeah.
Right. You're not doing the death car on the freeway.
Yeah.
Especially not having to reload all the guns back at the shop.
Oh, man, that was just brutal. GunslingerAuction.com. Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. Even while we sleep, we will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world. Welcome back, everybody. That's a smooth song, isn't it? I tell you what. All right, welcome back to our anniversary show.
6 years.
Number 6. All right. Okay, so where do we leave off on...
Well, first of all, we're welcome to hear any calls. Anybody has any good memories, bad memories, or interesting memories. We're talking about the guests that we have had on the air, the topics that have come up on the air. Curiously enough, speaking of topics, what is always everybody's favorite? Because we are located here in Southern California, the movie capital of the world.
Yeah, movie shootouts.
Oh, yeah.
We've done that one, a time or two.
Every time we do that, the phones literally explode.
Always. Yeah, we could practically do that every week, and we get 50 other new calls.
Heck, we almost did it 3 weeks in a row, and we were getting calls over here.
Because people had so many things to say about it. Well, do you remember your favorite Hollywood shootout?
Oh, I have a couple. I have a couple of favorites. Mine is the Mac 10, or was it the Uzi, dropping down the stairs in True Lies, firing
that's the worst
all the way.
Yeah, that's the worst.
That's
and only hitting bad guys.
It had a mind of. I guess that they were right. Guns have a mind of their own.
Apparently so.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think mine was the opening to Private Ryan. The whole, because that's just so...
That is so grueling.
Yeah, I remember I watched that on an itty-bitty little old TV, one of the old plug-ins with a rabbit ear TV, and I had a VCR plugged into it, and I watched that at the shop one day alone, and I swear to you, I wanted to close the gun shop and open a flower shop.
I'm done
By
here.
the end of the movie, I was just like so shook up. It's like, wow.
You see that in a theater on the big screen with the speakers rumbling, so you're immersed in it. I remember to this day, my father was a World War II veteran, and I said, hey, I just saw this movie. I was really impressed by it. I would love to take you to see it. And he said, no thanks. I already saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
That's how real it was.
All right, let's get to Michael in Whittier. Michael, what can we do for you, sir?
Evening, Michael.
Hey, good evening, gentlemen, and a well-deserved happy anniversary to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, I'm looking to get back into cowboy action shooting, and get 2 kids through private school and university, and finally I've got some money again.
Biggest raise you'll ever get, man.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Well, one of the things I first met you, Jeff, you had just opened your Arrow Highway store, and you gave me reloading information back then, and it was using American Select powder, and I used it for everything. It's 38 Special, 45 Colt, and 44 Special. And I can't find the stuff anymore. So what are you using now, or what's common that I can use for all 3 of those calibers?
You want to say this together?
It's getting better, but short answer,
whatever
you can find.
Whatever you
Honestly,
can get, just about whatever you can get your hands on.
Yep.
It has been a real bear getting any kind of powder. I don't think they're making American Select right now.
I think that is entirely possible.
From what I've read is they're fulfilling government contracts right now. But, I go to other websites and, you join the Royal Order of Reloading Alchemists and, I don't know what kind. I love the American Select because I use it in everything.
What
Mark,
what are you using?
I'm using Tight Group.
That's it.
For just about everything. It's if you can find Tight Group, and you usually can now, that's a pretty good all-around powder for cowboy action.
Yeah.
And I also shoot Wild Bunch, and it's a good powder for that.
Okay, yeah, that was, all these other recommendations, but I use 44 Special, the 45 Colt, and 38 Special, so I think I still got a couple boxes of Bear Creek ammo that I bought from you.
Oh, yeah. I'm still using Bear Creek.
Tried and true.
Yeah, the only bummer about Bear Creek is the new thing in cowboy action is colored bullets, red, purple, blue, stuff like that.
Polymer coated.
Yeah, polymer coated, and of course Bear Creek is moly coated, so it's kind of like it turns your barrel into a frying pan, non-stick frying pan,
and it turns your fingers.
Oh yeah, and it definitely turns your fingers all kinds of different gray colors, but
don't lick it.
Yeah, I'm still using Bear Creeks, so
By the way, generally so am I, because it's so readily available and the prices are still quite good, and I have access to a pipeline through you. But if you can get the polymer bullets, those are very cool too.
Yeah,
and they're again much safer for handling.
Yeah. And if for cowboy stuff, go on sasswire.net, and they have a couple of different things, the marketplace kind of deal, and I think they have sponsors.
Sassnet.com.
That's it. Sassnet. SASSNET.com.
There you go.
You can go there and you can find stuff for sale. I think there's a few bullet makers on there that you can get stuff from. We still carry Bear Creek, so if you want to get that, you can come get that. Yeah, but if you want any of these fancy schmancy, those red bullets always look like lipstick to me. I don't know.
What about then go with the purple ones, because that's nothing says cowboy like I'm shooting purple and teal. Do you still have a supply of powder at your stores?
It's up and down.
Kind of whatever
mostly down, yeah. A lot of the powders we've been getting have been coming from collections, and
well, you know what? Stuff still works.
Yeah, because reloaders, they don't buy a pound, they buy 10 8-pounds. So that the partials we can't sell, but if we get full ones, we'll put them out and sell them. So we do get them periodically.
And because of the danger of shipping, you can't get it shipped to anyone.
Yeah.
And all the licenses need to be sold and handled and all that.
Yeah, I'm using Tight Group right now myself, so it's a great powder, and I believe you can use it in shotgun too.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it was intended for.
Okay, so there you go. So you can use it in all three. All right.
All right. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. And once again, happy anniversary.
Thank you, sir. And hopefully we'll see you out on the range one of these days.
Yeah. Be sure to say hi.
Very good. Take care.
God bless you.
Okay, so then we moved over here.
Yes, we did.
We came over to KRLA. We got rid of the whole other station, and it just kind of fell in upon itself. Leon left, and Sundays were just all pre-recorded junk, and so we came over here and we started for quite a while. We were still just doing the hour, then we got into the 2 hour, and we've just taken off ever since. And now we've gone syndicated. We have a San Diego station, an LA station, an Inland Empire station, a San Francisco station, a Vegas station, and a Phoenix station that are all covering us. And we're looking for one in Central California, so we literally will cover the entire state.
Come on.
And so yeah, we just Salem doesn't have anything in Central Cal, so we're trying to find like the Vegas station. Yeah, they don't have one in Vegas either, so we've had to kind of jump onto another
sister affiliate,
kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
And we're looking for something. I don't know, maybe Santa Barbara, but Bakersfield would kind of be the
Bakersfield
perfect place.
is kind of those are our people, man.
Yeah,
Queen City.
I'm pretty
Fresno.
sure that's a fairly red district.
Pretty safe bet.
Yeah, I think so.
But it is wild. Come to think, just coming back on that point, when we only had an hour. As much as we had to squeeze in, even with
do it.
Yeah, okay. First of all, we've always had Richard, so that first 15 minutes, the first 12 minutes, we've got 3 or 4 minutes occupied with him, and then again, like you said, when we had a guest, they'd be on for maybe 15 minutes. Now we can have them on for a whole half, and we have a whole second packed hour
that's
just
right.
for phone calls. Then that's
I can think of a guest or two that 15 minutes was way too long. you know which one comes to mind first, right? Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. We had a gentleman on that was supposed to be the curator of a particular museum, and I asked him some of the simplest. Well, what does it cost to get into your museum? I don't know.
I think we were answering most of those questions for him.
Yeah, because you were looking it up on the internet. You know?
Well, actually,
do you have parking? I'm not sure.
Are you in California? Oh my gosh, that was brutal. And then the young guy that was a world champion that we called.
Oh, Lord
back
have
east.
mercy! All excited. So, tell us about your training regimen. I don't know. A couple of weeks before the match, I go out and shoot.
I don't really train. Yeah. Well, so what kind of bullet? Yeah, I shoot bullets.
Yeah.
Okay, it's been great talking to you.
Time for a commercial already. But he's such a great guy.
Yeah,
and then we have the dichotomy with like Justine Williams when she was on, how deep and how excited she was. We've had a couple of your cowboy action shooters on. What was the young lady?
Randy Rogers.
Oh yeah, actually great guest.
Yeah, and I mean we have such powerful people on this show, and you guys, again, looking at the audience, you guys make it even that more special. You make these guests feel even more like superstars when we have them on, because you guys are learning about them and you're following them and you're blowing them up even more. So thank you guys.
You bet. And in our second packed hour, we're going to do phone calls. And what's that number, Jim?
Call in for this second hour at 866-870-5752. Again, 866-870-5752.
All right, we got John in Maryland. We'll get to you right after the break. Ken in Studio City. We got 2, 3 other ones calling in right now. Give us a call. We'll talk to you right after this.
Yep.
Let me see, where was I? Eric says, John Wayne and McHugh shot a MAC-10. Was it MAC-10 or a MAC-11?
Man, McHugh is like my least favorite John Wayne movie ever. So I don't remember.
He was kind of mailed that one in.
Yeah.
Well, just in case anyone else needs to hear more about powder and bullets online, Graf and Sons.
Powder Valley.
Midway, Brownells, U.S. Reloading Supply. So just in case.
I wonder if they've got Vectan back in.
Vectan, the B10 is pretty good powder.
Yeah, I've been using it. I bought like 10 pounds of it, 1 can at a time, and I've run out, and now I've been using the tight group stuff, but I really like that Vectan.
That was good, clean burn, a little bit cleaner. The only knock I have against tight group is it's a little bit smoky. Now that we're not shooting end of trail in New Mexico, where you have the sun in your face the entire time, so every last little tendril of smoke blinds you.
Yeah,
that's a little bit less important. But yeah, I was happy with the Vectan.
VM for Freedom, thank you very much. Brent hasn't called in yet. We'll keep our fingers crossed by the end of the night.
Brent called the last show. I'm sure he'll give us a call.
Liam won't be on for another 2 weeks. The 24th.
24th.
So we got 2 weeks until then.
Jimmy.
You the man. Love you. You're the best. You the man. Take care of my afraid guns.
And Base says S&W 327 8-round 357 with a 2 or a 5-inch barrel. Kicks hard. Yes, the 327's all the air weights do. Have you tried? What's the 329? Is that the 44 Magnum?
Yes,
Holy
I've held it.
smokes.
I won't shoot it. No thanks.
Holy smokes. It hurts in 44 special.
Yeah. What's the little, I think it's a 327 and 22 mag.
I have a student who has one.
Oh, bitchin' gun.
That is a neat little gun.
Yeah.
The trigger pull.
A little stout.
It's a little bit stiff, but man, that's a tiny little light thing. And I would not feel, it's 7-shot, would not feel unarmed with one of those things.
Yeah, we were getting those in during a crazy time, and coming in, and I mean, like, woo.
Yep. They're so light, and normally you get a light gun, and the recoil is always, everybody wants the nice, light, dainty little gun until they go out and shoot it, right? But that one, it's a bit of a flamethrower, but not uncomfortable to shoot at all.
Yeah, it's amazing how loud 22 Magnum is.
And we got a whole bunch of different, very pocket-sized.
I was thinking about it the other day. At one point, we had something like 1,200 sold firearms sitting waiting for 10 days.
That's
and
good
then
business.
on the other side,
the
ammo because of the new ammo law and the waiting. Ugh, this can't be us.
No.
Yeah.
It was stacked, the whole entire corner of that floor,
and
all
it was
the way down.
so difficult to try and keep all that.
Having labels with people's names and background checks, waiting for that.
We finally we got to a point where we got the tape gun and we tape a name.
Oh yeah,
and just tape them all together because there was thousands of boxes of ammo.
I would just put the background check that we print out. I'd just print out another one and just have that right there on there.
Yeah.
Well, here's to good times again.
Absolutely.
That one's got to go away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember all the North American Arms 22s and 22 mags.
man.
And
Does anybody ever shoot those things?
No.
Have you ever actually seen anybody at a range?
I shot one and I won.
One time.
As in one round. That was enough. Yeah. Not pleasant. Not pleasant at all.
But I have heard stories of them.
They make one that kind of folds out like a knife.
Yes.
That one, I think I would give a try. Only problem with it is I think they only make that in 22 mag, and that's too hot for that itty bitty little
What was
critter.
I want to say fire starter. The 4-barrel was it 2-barrel, 4-barrel, 22 mag. Had the elongated trigger.
Yeah, and it would shoot two at a time.
Yeah.
The standard products, I can't. Maybe Mark will know. Standard products made that 4-barrel 22 mag. What the hell was the name of that thing? It shot two at a time.
God, yes. Are they still even in business? Because they disappeared so fast.
I don't know.
I know. Standard's normally a good manufacturer. The double shot, double terror.
Yeah, it was something like that.
They make the DP-12, I think, don't they?
I think that's correct.
Yeah. That is a hell of a shotgun. I got me one of those. I don't have one of those 22 mags.
The Thunderstruck.
Thunderstruck.
That's
Thank
what it
you.
was. I was gonna say fire starter.
Yeah, fire starter would be a good name for it.
Right?
Man, that thing was wild with that elongated double finger trigger and all that.
What a horrible gun.
I think we took turns firing that into the box in the back.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, okay, that didn't feel great.
Yeah. 122 mag was enough. Two at a time.
Man.
Rather unpleasant.
There was a YouTube video. I never tried this, but there was a YouTube video that showed the standard gel block getting hit by that thing, and that whole dang thing comes off the table like a whale coming out of the water.
Jesus.
It's 240 foot-pounds of energy, 120 apiece, but the penetration of again, I would not feel underarmed.
No.
Those Thunderstrucks, though, remind me, that was the one that had that weird trigger that you have. Yeah, what were those guys thinking?
Were they thinking?
The Kydon conversion kit for the Glock. It makes the Glock into a rifle. Those aren't Cali.
Those, if you put it on the gun, it makes the gun illegal.
Yeah, it's like the braces when they did away with the braces.
Well, it's because you've now created a rifle with a pistol grip. Can't have that in California. If you put a fin on the Glock, I think you'd be okay. But it kind of defeats the whole flipping purpose, so what's the point?
Hope you got that, Mark.
Made the least manageable.
We actually have one of those coming up, I believe, in September. Just the top. This should be us. Hey, 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 hey! Ooh! What an intro!
Yeah!
Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
That's us.
Happy 6th anniversary.
Thank you, and same to you and Mark. And we have a phone number here. What is that number, Jim?
Calling in 866-870-5752. Once again, 866-870-5752. 888-878-5252.
There you go. And I'm trying to think who's my favorite guest, and man, it's hard to pick a favorite because Mark Hall Patton was a lot of fun.
That was
and
great.
He really lives up to the Beard of Knowledge nickname. But when we had Patrick Wayne on,
Patrick Wayne was a good one.
John Wayne's son, of course, and Patrick, I think he's made over 100 movies on his own, so he's his own movie star,
Right.
and I wanted to take it that way. I didn't want to, talk
Just
about
ask about Dad.
Yeah, because I'm sure the man's in his 80s, and I wouldn't want to be talking about my dad in my 80s.
Yeah.
So we just talked to him, and of course he's in a couple of my favorite movies. He's in Mr. Roberts.
Mr. Roberts. It's one of my favorites too.
Yeah, which is just one. If you've not seen it, shame on you. Number one, but number two, go watch it because it's just Henry Fonda. Of course, you got Jack Lemmon, who I think won an Oscar. In that, you got the whole John Ford collection of actors.
Support actors, yeah.
Of course, you got Ward Bond and a very young Patrick Wayne,
a very young Martin Milner.
Yeah, a very young Martin Milner. It's what we call in Nebraska. We call it the same thing. Yeah, so it's just an absolutely great movie.
His story about the crashing into the palm tree.
Yeah, I was going to get to that. So they are out partying one night, and they're on this itty-bitty little island with a Jeep. There's one palm tree on the entire flippin' island.
We remember the same story.
Yeah, and they managed to run into it at 5 a.m.
Was that Murphy's Law, right?
Yeah. Oh, and of course, you got the one and only James Cagney as the captain.
Yeah.
Which you cannot.
Stab me in the back.
All right. Who did it? Who did it? You men are going to stand there at attention until somebody confesses.
Delivery.
Oh man, it's such a great movie. Yeah. Mr. Roberts, you get up here in one big hurry, Mr. It's such a great movie. All right, let's get to where are we at? Ken in Studio City. Ken, what can we do for you, sir?
Evening, Ken.
Yeah, hey, how you doing?
Good. What can we do for you?
Happy anniversary, by the way.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Ken.
I was just wondering, I'm looking at possibly getting into a 1022 to go and match my 2245.
Okay.
Ruger.
Good choices.
And I've heard it might be better to buy a used one, and just because there's no big advantage of a new one. And then the second thing is I tried one with a scope, and is there something weird, like a difference in a rimfire scope or something I've heard, and I don't know what the difference is.
22's... go ahead.
Yeah. And then last but not least, I was asking for a friend who's obsessed with John Browning guns, and he's looking at getting a Gearson high power. And I just want to know if you guys had any opinions on those.
Well, okay, really quick. I don't have a problem with buying a 1022 used unless it's all used up. If it's been overshot, that's one thing. But a 1022 is a 1022 is a 1022, and you can get them used. Sometimes at my auction, they go for $150.
Yep,
and they're in excellent condition. So I have no problem with that. What was the other thing about 22s?
Scopes.
Okay, 22s and of all things, pellet guns have a different type of recoil. So you need to buy an actual 22 or pellet gun scope, or you can literally tear up a scope on the inside.
The reticles.
Yeah, so make sure you get one that's for a 22. They're pretty common, and you can find them all over the place.
Yep.
So that shouldn't be an issue. But if you put a regular scope on it, you'll get away with it for a while. But one day, it's just going to go. You know what? I've had enough. That's the end of that. So okay.
Okay.
And then as far as a high power, there's no Browning high power on the California list at this time. I think Springfield's making new ones, right? But I don't know that they put it on the California list.
Springfield and FN, or he was asking about specific about the Gearson, the Turkish made one.
Yeah, I think they just had one on the list, but they've got one that's super blingy, or whatever, and then they've got one that's the black, and I think gold is a little too much.
What are they running?
What do you mean? What are they?
How much?
How much are they?
Oh, like affordable. Like I think, in California, maybe $600 or something, $600, $500. I think the fancier one is obviously like $700.
Literally for about $800, you can get a real Browning. I would go.
Oh wow.
What's that?
I said, "Oh wow!"
Yeah, we get them in pretty regular at auction. You know, you may not get a FN made, a Belgian made one, but you can get the newer ones, the
Portuguese ones.
Yeah, the Portuguese ones, and you can get them $800 to $1,000. And what's a couple of $100 over your lifetime?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And Ken, on your scopes question about your 22s, scopesfield.com just came out with the 2025 best of scopes for 22s. So if you go to scopesfield.com, you can actually see a list of what they recommend. And so there's a little guide for you.
All right.
One more thing.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Ken, one more thing. If you get a high power, get the ring hammer. Otherwise, they're a little bit bitey.
Yeah, you can get bit. Definitely.
It's the king of the hammer bite, man.
Ken, thanks for the call.
Yep. All right. Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
God bless you.
Okay, let's jump over to John in Maryland. John, sorry about that. I meant to get to you, and I skipped you for a second. What's going on?
Good evening, John.
That's all right. We're good. Jeff, Mark, and Jimmy, congratulations on 6 years, and thank you. You guys are the best show on radio.
Oh,
wow. Thank you
Nice
so
to say,
much.
John. Thank you.
With the best audience, so thank
With that,
you.
I'm going to have a piece of our 6th anniversary cake.
Yes. And no comment or question, just a highlight. The entire show is a highlight, particularly the back and forth and education and learning from you folks as well as your callers and guests. It's just a great show, and thank you. Keep going.
Oh, thank you so
We
much.
will, John. Thanks.
God bless you.
And honestly, it's calls like that make me keep going, because sometimes I think, what am I doing this for?
No, you guys are doing great, and it's very much appreciated.
Well, thank you, John.
Thank you, John.
We'll talk to you
You're
later.
welcome.
Take care.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
I would like to think we are a breath of fresh air in the crowded world of media and radio and stuff like that. And honestly, how long have you been in the firearms business, Jeff?
28 years.
I know a lot of stuff about firearms, but sometimes you just stun me with the minutia, the attention to detail, because there's just no line about the experience you've got.
Yeah, well, I've been doing this a long time, and people come in with stuff, and you just, when you hear it over and over again, it tends to stick.
And you've literally handled more than a couple million firearms in your hands, going through the store and what you fired.
The Azusa store, because we changed to an LLC, I had to get new FFLs, and ATF has contacted me. They're going to come out and get my old 4473s.
Whoa!
Yeah, and
bring a truck.
And the guy goes, "Well, get a couple of these bankers boxes." I go, "A couple?" It's like, dude, I've been open 28 years, and we do somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000 guns a year.
You might want to bring a van.
Oh, yes.
Or 4 or 5, and so he was like, "Oh."
Yeah, those cabinets in the back in the warehouse, those are pretty hefty. So good luck with those.
Nice to have that out of your life.
Oh man, I cannot wait. And they're supposed to pick them up end of this week, so that's going to be it's going to be huge. They're taking. I mean, I told the guy literally just my A&D books. That's acquisition and disposition books. Just my books are going to fill at least 2. Of
those boxes.
of those
easily.
Bankers boxes, yeah. And so, but it's like, bring them on down. I always figured there would be a fire in that warehouse and all of them.
Hey, that'll be great to have some more space in that warehouse.
There'll be a fire in their warehouse.
Yeah. So, honestly, I don't know what they do with these things. Supposedly, they microfilm, picture them or something, but I can't. As much stuff as they're going to have to get just for me, I can't imagine what kind of a mess this is going to be.
They're keeping piñatas in business, to say that.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Paper mache all the way.
All right, we're coming up on a break. Jimmy, what's the number?
Call in now, guys. 866-870-5752. Again, 866-870-5752. Love the calls we've been getting, so keep on.
That's it. All right, you're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
6th anniversary show.
Rick Peterson calls out, what about Roy Rogers Jr.? Yeah. Long time listeners. The CZ75s are California compliant. That's a good point. That's a fairly close to a high power.
Yeah. I got a scar right there from a high power, with the standard.
I think all of us have that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bought one, and I was so excited because I was really wanting to go shoot some IPSC with it, because it was the only thing I could find at that time with a 13-round mag, and I was all excited. Oh boy! And then I shot it and went, oh no! Now I have two. I've got one in hard chrome and one in blue with the Kings.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, and they are shooters.
Ergonomically, is there a better gun?
I don't think so. And I love shooting those guns. And the only gun I have is that 6 Sauer 226 X6 that shoots better. Moving forward, using all my breath. Making love to you was never second best. My world crashing all around your face. Never really knowing it was always mission lace. Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers, right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
This is our 6th anniversary show.
Wow. We're having cake and celebrations.
And everything. Let's get right to the phones. Let's get to Sean in Covina. Sean, how are you?
Good evening, Sean.
I am doing good, and congratulations to the 3 amigos of the 2A, and happy 6-shooter anniversary.
How did we miss that? Well played, Sean.
Oh, Sean, what can we do for you tonight?
Well, I have to say I'm so impressed with the show, but the best moments for me on this show is when I thought Leon, I would never hear him again. You brought back Leon. What a beautiful present you brought to the the listeners and the viewers to us. Because I thought we would never listen to Leon again, and you brought him back. What a beautiful present you brought to us.
Hey, you know what? It's just a bigger present to us, because we absolutely love having him on.
He is a gift.
In fact, you ready for this? I'm having trouble with my 56 Ford with the little 302 motor. The alternator belt was a little cockeyed. I'm trying to figure out. So I called Leon.
And he still knows.
How cool is that I get to just call the Motor Man and talk to him on his cell phone, and he walked me right through the whole thing, and it's all fixed.
How cool is that? Really.
That's better than an uncle in the carpet business.
Right? I mean, so yeah, we love having Leon on, and he'll be here in 2 weeks.
And I want to mention another thing, too. You also have some of the best voices there. Jeff, you have a beautiful voice. Mark and Jimbo, you have a beautiful voice. Sometimes I listen to the show, and I'm listening, and I say, oh, these are beautiful voices. And then all of a sudden some weird guy from Covina calls with an Elmer Ford voice speaking to these guys that, who's this guy? Oh, that's me.
We enjoy your voice just as much as you enjoy any of these.
And always good content.
You're always a great call. We love to hear from you.
And if I would go, you have a great crew at the radio station. They put up great little things on YouTube, little shorts. I love the shorts. And Jeff, you're the captain, and Mark, you're the intellectual of the gun shooters, and Jimbo, you're the soul of this thing. Because you're just so great. God bless you.
God bless you. You're making a man blush over here.
And I hope you don't. I know you don't like compliments, Jeff, but I have to embarrass you. But how do you do it? You took radio, which is very hard to do, on the weekend, and you bring it to life. You got a gun store in 1997 when everyone was hitting the skids, and not only you thrive with a gun store, and you outproduce the big chains and big boxes. How do you do it? And then you take an auction site that's auction company that's going out of business, and you revitalize it. How do you do it? And do you even sleep at night, Jeff? About a half hour or 20 minutes?
When we're dead.
Yeah, you know what? I do kind of catch as catch can as far as sleep. But, Sean, I just don't take no for an answer. I just put my head down and I keep moving forward.
There ain't no quit in Jeff.
No. And, some of the best things that have ever happened to me have been people telling me no.
Hey.
Honestly, yes.
And it's like, oh, yeah? Watch this. So, if you could, if I could go back and see my very first gun auction, I think we had maybe 200 firearms. We had to write everything down. We had no computers. It was so goofy. And then I see, where
the machine now.
That we have now. It's just, you can't even compare them. And all of that I owe to, a lot of people along the way, but it's been quite a ride.
You're a great captain, and you have a great business model, and it's just amazing to hear you. And I'm very thankful we have you and your crew and your family supporting you. It's just amazing, and God bless you, sir.
Thanks, Sean.
Thank you for your support, Sean. We always appreciate you.
We'll talk to you later.
God bless you.
Yeah, goodbye.
Bye-bye. Okay, now I'm turning about 10 shades of red.
You look good in that color. Nice little pink on you.
Well, I did go to Pomona today, so I got to tell you guys about something. But you know what? We were talking about him earlier. Brian, the amp guy, is on.
Oh, Brian.
Brian, how are you?
Evening, Brian.
Hey, Jeff. How are you, Jeff, Mark, and Jimmy?
Good.
Great.
Awesome. Hey, I just wanted to say congratulations on your 6th anniversary. I've listened to almost every show on all the different stations, and I bought a shotgun from Jimmy at the store. I bought a shotgun at the auction. I've seen Mark's band play a couple times, and I've even listened to Jeff play his beautiful acoustic guitar and sing.
And fixed a couple of my amplifiers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully they're all still doing well.
They sure are.
I'm still hoping that there'll be a Motor Slingers car show sometime in the future.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, you know what? One of these days, we almost did that at the old station because we had Sundays. We were going to do it all, and the station absolutely refused. Yeah, so that didn't happen. Hey, Mark gave me your friend Richard's article from Gun Show. No, not that kind. Finds a new home. Yes, you need to have him call me because we're going to do another Motor Slinger show in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I told him last time, and for some reason he didn't get to it, and I was going to take him to breakfast.
Oh, there you go.
Driving with bacon, baby.
Works for me.
Right?
Yeah, real quick, so like the shows that stand out for me, or any show with Leon is a great show.
Amen.
Right.
When he went off the air, it just totally disrupted my Sunday morning routine.
Mine too.
Any show with Chad Bianco was a great show, and the Patrick Wayne show was really good.
Thanks. Yeah, that was really special for me.
Yeah, such great stories, but the best part, or one of the best parts of your show every week is Rick from the CRPA.
Couldn't agree more.
Yes, yeah. And I tell all my friends, it's like, tune into the show. If you don't have the time, at least listen to that segment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everyone.
But anyway, I don't want to take all you guys' time. Just want to say, thanks, Jeff, Mark, Jimmy. I appreciate the fine show.
Thanks.
We appreciate
Brian. Brian, come by and see us. We got a bunch of. We have all of. We don't have the catalog up yet, but we got all the guns out for display. So come by. We got a lot of good stuff in September.
Yeah. I got a birthday coming up, and I don't know what to get myself, so maybe I'll stop in next week.
I know a place you can shop. Brian, thanks for the call.
Thanks, Brian. God bless you.
Bye, guys.
Talk to you soon.
And I have a Twister F4 amplifier that needs a little love.
There you go.
Look at that.
Let's jump over to Roy in Santa Monica. Roy, what can we do for you, sir?
Evening, Roy.
Hey, guys. Thanks so much for everything you guys do for the 6 years. It's great. Glad that you're going strong, and it's always good to hear all of the stuff. I mean, to say there's just one segment of you that's been good, it's tough because there's so much variety. It's fantastic. And,
thanks.
Love to hear
it's always helpful to have that. And again, the thing that I would, Rick, although it's not political, it was just great to have that tidbit passed on about the purpleness rather than the rest of whatever it is we are.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all grand. And I want to point out, another great guy is in that Mr. Roberts show. His last movie is Dick Powell. I think it was his last movie he was in.
Yeah.
And you think about all that cast, it's just crazy that was what it was, in that era. The complete ancient all the way to the end. I think Cagney only did one more movies too, so it was incredible to see that. And Patrick Wayne having that lifespan with all that.
And right in the middle of that movie, they had to change directors because Henry Fonda punched John Ford in the nose.
That's right. That's right. And Ford. Then there was a biff. That's right. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was going to also bring up to you guys. Have you ever heard of a mortem?
A mortem.
Since this is summertime, I had to bring a firearm that's amphibious into the game.
Okay, I don't think I have.
So until the 1968 gun, act after Kennedy's, demise, they basically, you could buy for scuba diving, you could buy a spear gun called a mortem out of Italy, and it fired a 38 blank, and it puts a spear shaft about 100 feet underwater straight without drop. And it would fire, stage loads, halves or fulls, and the fulls would give it 100 feet, halves would be like 75. But there's an old, I don't know, I think one of the old Skin Divers magazines, Roy Bridges had it in one of the ski hunt episodes.
Oh, wow.
And it had a combination, be a pistol or a rifle. And the shafts would be, changed for like a carbine or a pistol. It's an incredible thing. They're hard to find or see, but you type in mortem, they're beyond cool. And they were like, they used to be in scuba shops in the 60s when we were kids, and you'd see them all over the place. And then they'd end up in, occasionally you see one or two at Pomona over the years because they just kind of vanished into the ether. But they're brass action, like not baked like, but hard plastic molded, and very cool with aluminum shaft. It was a really neat thing, and they had a quiver with them with like 5 shafts.
Wow!
And we actually tested one years ago, and it went straight 100 feet underwater. It was pretty cool. So
that is pretty wild.
I have dove with a bang stick, and I would much rather.
The bang stick came out in the 60s when the bang stick came out. Everybody said, that was all part of it too. You have a big island gun with a bang stick, and you're all fine. You've got you're doing it. But they wanted to have some energy behind a spear that was like a 4-band gun, hitting a big fish that would be for a defense thing, and that's what it was designed for. And I guess, not going to import anything that could be considered something not really a firearm. They just stopped it,
I like the idea of the extra distance.
Indeed.
Shark, stick? No.
Yeah. And I tell you, spearfishing, when you actually go with on a deep blue water dive with a band gun, and you aim at a fish that big, and you miss it, you realize these things are wonderful, but they're just, if something goes wrong and you're looking for defense, this is not it.
You're in their house.
All right, we're coming up.
Well, thanks so much again, and God bless you guys.
Hey, God bless you.
Thanks, Roy.
Take care.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Man, like looking up aquatic firearms. There are actually quite a few out there. HK makes one, MK1 underwater defense gun.
Wow.
There's some little ones out there that travel up to 30 feet.
The Russians have
Apparently
gone.
everybody likes sea hunt. Hey, you know what? We get some open lines. What's the number?
866-870-5752. Again, 866-870-5752.
You're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And it's our anniversary. We'll be right back.
6!
Yo!
Okay, where was the one who said, I want to make sure I get the right person saying, well, if you guys can't have music, you ought to have Jeff singing more. Not kidding.
Careful what you ask for.
Yeah, that was Melissa. Since you no longer have B music, Jeff must sing along with all bumpers from now on. We got your music.
Kevin said he found a reverb unit he's going to try and hook up to.
Got to be spring, ping, spring.
Yeah. I found, oh, man. What's the reverb? I found a Roland Space Echo.
Man, that's old tech.
In my warehouse the other day, I was looking for something else, and I found that. Look at us on the phone. Okay, look over.
Okay. Good. So good.
We'll get right to him as soon as we get back.
Show is rocking.
Yeah, we only got 30 minutes left.
We got to have it. Eric says we got to have an amp and guitar show.
One of these days, I'll bring my Fancy Martin and my Caleb Quay Gibson. That guitar on its own is a piece of history.
16-foot great white seeing off Catalina this week.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No thanks.
I was in the water free diving off Catalina once, and I had a shark get between me and the surface. And that is, the shadow goes between you and the sun, and it was. And it just kept going. And people asked me how long it was. I was so scared. I literally couldn't look up at it. I couldn't bring myself. I just turned and stroking for the shore, stroking for the shore. Man, I was underwater for about 5 minutes.
Closest I've ever got to a shark was the one I had in my aquarium when I was 10. It's about that big.
Richard says, hey, I'm an audio engineer. Let's do a guitar show. I'll bring an 84 Les Paul.
I've got a 79 Les Paul. I've got 3 or 4 Les Pauls. I've got a custom, a standard with a Bixby on it.
Les Paul with the Bigs.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Very Neil Young, you know.
Yeah.
And then I've got a studio that's in that burgundy color, fairly lightweight. That was John Travolta's. Yeah, he doesn't play. And it was given to him by Gibson, and he didn't want it. And his head of security used to hire me for stuff, and I traded him I think a Glock 42 or something for it. I can't remember now.
You made out.
Yeah, well, he didn't play either, and so I don't know if I've ever played. The damn thing's just sitting in the case.
I have a Les Paul double cut. That's the only one I have left. I got those got just too hard on my back.
Oh, tell me. I had a 53 gold top in the original case.
Oh my, you can just about retire on that now.
But in 1984,
just an old guitar.
I bought my first house. Actually, it was 82. I bought my first house. I sold it. You ready for this? $750 and a used washer and dryer.
Made sense then.
Yeah, I made a lot. Oh, and a Morley wah pedal.
A Morley. That was the de rigueur, man. You had to have
Ricky
one.
over.
Here we go. Overalls, everybody.
Come on, darling. Ooh,
that's up there, man.
And the banjo was not heard in popular music until Mumford and Sons.
Oh, hey, you know what? Someone had to bring it back.
Yep. Hey, you know what? Every once in a while, we get a really famous guy that calls in. And guess who's on the line right now?
Tell me.
How are you, Leon?
Yes.
I'm doing fantastic. I've listened to you guys, and I appreciate all the plugs, but I'll tell you, I knew you when you first started, and I can't thank you enough and compliment you enough for the years that you put in. It's just a matter of time. You're going to need another hour on your show.
Oh, don't do that to me.
You're doing such a great job. I wish I knew as much about engines as you know about firearms.
You know 10 times more about cars than I do about guns.
You know 10 times more about cars than I do about anything in my life.
No. But I wish I'd have known it. I would have sent you some flowers.
We got a cake. That's good enough.
Oh, God, I didn't know that. I wish I'd have known. After talking to you, you didn't mention it to me, but I'm going to tell you, you really deserve it. You guys are hard. Jimmy, Mark, and all you guys are very, very hard workers, and you deserve everything that you're talking about.
Well, thanks.
It's great.
Leon, we still talk about the fact that we would come in to do the show and you would be there an hour before your show, doing your prep, reading your articles, getting your stuff together. It was kind of a good role model for us all.
Absolutely.
Well, I miss my show. I miss all my
Everybody
listeners,
does.
And I don't call them listeners. They were all family members. And like you mentioned early on the show, the station changed. And it was just, everything has just changed in the radio industry. But you guys are growing and growing, and I'm real proud of you guys. You're a good friend, Crest and Jimmy. And I tell you, I just love you guys. And I'm just so proud. I'm serious. I've been in this radio business a long time. I'm so proud of you guys and what you've done in the I guess the firearm world. It's just amazing. Just absolutely amazing.
Well, thank you, sir. Definitely. Go ahead.
And I look forward to being on your show on the 24th. I'm surprised many people still listen to the Motorman show.
People ask us every week, when's Leon?
Yep, we've had people all over the internet, but thank you, Leon, for being a part of this and always joining us. You are definitely a part of this Gunslinger, Motorsinger family, and honestly, we're trying to follow in those big, giant footsteps that you left, trying to keep this going, but thank you for being a part of this all the time. We really...
Well, my pleasure. I'll do anything for you guys to keep it going. You guys are the absolute best in the radio industry at this time as far as firearms and mechanical things, and that it's all stuff that people don't really understand, all the things that you've learned. I learned, I've got firearms, but I learned so much every single weekend that I listen to you guys.
Well, like somebody I know used to say, this is a CS show.
I love that.
Not a BS.
Oh, man.
No, you do a great job. I just want to thank you. And again, happy birthday.
Thank you, sir. Leon,
Thank you, Leon.
We'll see you soon. And the alternator advice worked.
Yeah.
She's running like a champ.
Good deal. God bless you guys, all of you, and all my listeners.
Thanks, Leon. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
You bet. Looking forward to it.
So are we. Thanks again. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, the legend, Leon the Motorman. Look at that.
Yeah, I tell you what.
For those of you that are not on one of the live social feeds, we're all grinning like monkeys right now.
Okay, let's jump over to Ed in Riverside. How are you, Ed?
Hey, Ed.
Hey, I'm doing well, and I'm really appreciating your 6th anniversary show, as I appreciate all of them. Like he said, I learn something every time I listen to you. There's not a show that goes by, and unfortunately, I'm only getting the second hour here at 590, but still learning something every week.
Well,
God
thanks,
bless
Ed.
you, Jimmy, Jeff, and Mark.
Well,
and which one of you is in the band? I thought it was Jeff, but it sounded like Mark is
Jeff
in the band.
spent years.
I'm retired, but
as a
Mark's still
musician.
going, yeah.
I'm still playing music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my question is more a comment. When you, at the beginning of this hour, referred to, I guess it was BATF coming to get all your old paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, what business do they have with your old paperwork? I know when I bought some guns years ago, we were assured that paperwork stayed in the store. I realize that's a burden for the store, but it's not supposed to go to the federal government.
Well, they've changed things around
They
to
make a microfiche record of everybody that's ever owned a gun in this country. That's not good.
No, I couldn't agree more, but that's the way it got. It used to be you had to hold on to the 4473. That's the double page paperwork that you do. It used to be yellow, now it's in white, but you have to hold on to that, I think, for 25 years. But now when you close or when you change names or FFLs, they come and they take it from you. Well, they don't take it from you, they come and get it from you. But that's just how it is now. It didn't used to be that way, and once upon a time, but I never got, I didn't hit the 25-year mark before they changed the rules.
Right.
So, there's not much I can do about it. And boy, oh boy, are they in for a... I mean, I have something like 30 of the, those metal drawer cabinets.
Oh, yeah, the four stacks.
Yeah, and each one of those drawers is probably going to fill at least a box, if not a box
More
and a
than
half. Yeah, because we've gotten rid of most of the California stuff because you only have to hold that for 3 years. So all we have left are the 4473s. So I can't even imagine how many boxes these poor guys are going to.
I hope they have a lift gate.
A couple. So it's going to be a yeoman's job. Let's just put it that way. All right.
They will get their workouts.
Yes, they will.
And and you know what? I'll stand there and grin because I ain't lifting a finger.
Let me get the door for you guys.
Yeah. As an old friend used to say, "No, my job, man."
No, man. Not my job.
That's it. All right. And thanks for the call. We'll talk to you later.
Always great hearing from you.
Thank you. God bless you all for another 7 or whoever knows how many more years you want to do this.
All right. Very good.
Thanks so much, Ed.
We'll talk to you later.
God bless you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
God bless. Bye.
Hey, that's a fun question. Jeff, is it still fun for you? Doing this, is this still fun?
You know what? Driving in, sometimes I'm like, oh, man. But then as soon as that song starts playing, it all just washes away, and yeah, I love it.
Love to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, I was so scared when we went to 2 hours. I was like, oh my God, I don't know if we can do it in 2 hours. I don't know. And it's like the very first show. I was like, why haven't we been doing this
all along?
This is the norm.
Yeah, it's just been crazy. Let's jump over to Rick and Gardena. Rick, what can we do for you, sir?
Hey, Jeff, happy anniversary. I'm glad to listen to you guys tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, I've been using Unique, or sometimes we used to call it UniQ, for a zillion years. What's a substitute now that Alliant powder is either not being made or not? You can't find it.
Well, the one
Unique is unique in that it is.
Yeah.
Honestly, that is probably the most single.
That or Bullseye.
Bullseye's a little faster. But Unique you can use in so many things.
Yeah.
So Bullseye is a possible substitute, although you wouldn't want to use that in a big case.
Yeah, the tight group is. You know.
They're taking our toys away, man.
Yeah, they really are, and you know it's getting harder and harder to find lead. I know my friend Steve at Bear Creek. He's now mining old ranges to get lead because Biden shut down, or was it Obama shut down the last lead smelting thing in the United States. So we're having to shoot
recycled
bullets, and so you know they're just trying to make it difficult.
Yes.
If you look on, I just searched out online. NSUN, ENSUN, has the top 100 gunpowder manufacturers in 2025, so it's up to date. So just in case you need to look for a list of what you may need, you might hit them up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so Tight Group has a
Tight Group is
similar burn rate.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I've been using it in 45 Colt, the 45 ACP, 38 Special, the little 45 Cowboy Specials that I use.
I'm using it in 45 ACP. It's the same. I like something a little slower for 45 Colt.
Yeah, well, not me. I ain't that particular. You know, I just get, you know, shooting 45 Colt out of a lever gun. You know, you're shooting a pistol round out of a lever gun, so mine zing.
Yeah,
when I shoot mine, you know, I shoot a 165 grain bullet out of both the handgun and the long gun, and mine get out there PDQ. We'll just.
Pretty darn quick.
That's it.
Loads, huh?
Yeah, pretty close. But you know, there's no recoil, so I can still get 10 rounds out on target. I mean, I'm not fast like you know Smokestack and some of those guys, but I'm about 4 seconds. I can get 10 rounds out pretty regular.
That'll get her done.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I use Unique for rifle and pistol, and I use the 45 long Colt, not the Cowboy. But I tell you, the one thing about the 1873, boy, it's fast and it's stable enough. I don't mess with that. Now, pistols, that's another story.
Of course. Pistols are. You got to be, if you're shooting Cowboy, you got to be on with those. I tell you, for years and years, I always practiced with a 5-inch by 8-inch target, and I put them out at the standard distance. And if you could get those in a hurry, you could hit anything. And what it turns your regular Cowboy action target in, it looks like a billboard.
Right.
And so, I used those things forever and a day. I still have them. In fact, I ran over one with my truck the other day.
Surprise!
Yeah. Luckily, it didn't hurt my tire, but I still have them. And
that's a great training regimen. I say it all the time: train hard to win easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's a good idea. I'm going to try that, especially since I shoot gunfighter, and you've got to be weird to shoot gunfighter.
You guys live in your own world, don't
you? I don't know about weird, but I tell you what, watching Molasses Moose blows my mind. This guy with the it is absolutely amazing to watch him shoot those handguns.
Skills.
I mean, it is.
Especially if you're shooting a Texas Star.
Oh, forget about it.
He just blows him right off, and I go, "How did you do that?" And he goes, I just shoot them."
The easy.
Oh, so you have a secret?
Yeah, right. The strong hand is one thing, but the weak hand is just—it's absolutely amazing how quick he gets those up.
Either one,
and it is an absolute blast to watch. I highly recommend you come out to a match where he's at and watch him shoot because it's a lot of fun.
I have shot against him, and again, I was third place gunfighter. He came in first, and there were only 3 of us that night anyway. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is a kick to watch, isn't he?
One. He is. He's a great guy too.
Yes, he is.
Rick, I'm having a birthday party on you guys. Well, when is your next match?
Next match is the 27th, Castaway Cowboys. So it's going to be
That's a Wednesday.
Hawaiian shirts.
Okay, right? August 27th or September?
It's August. That's Castaway Cowboys. We are also going to have a match in September. And Jimmy might want to come out and do the new shooters that we're planning to have one.
All right.
That'd be cool.
I think, do you mean perhaps the 24th? Because, Jeff, you're right, that is a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, yeah. So,
okay, just making sure.
Our next Castaway Cowboys is on 24th.
Okay.
And then September's is going to be on the 28th.
Well, if Jimmy's willing to go, I know a guy that's got a few guns that probably loan him.
Maybe a little bit of help there. I love it.
Well, new shooters, he doesn't need any guns. He just needs to show up with a proper hat.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I got a few of those.
Yeah,
too.
you got quite a few.
I can
30 or 40.
But it's too damn big.
I tried it on last time, I think.
All right, Rick.
Yeah, I mean, his ears were holding it up.
Yeah, there you go. Rick, we got to go. We'll talk to you again. Thanks for the call.
Talk to you soon.
God bless
Happy
you,
anniversary.
Rick.
Bye.
Thanks.
All right. Guys, we're coming into our last segment already.
Fastest 2 hours of radio, people.
You're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And this is a short break. We'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Just called that. Go and leave you all alone.
I love this. Rick Riley says, I'm looking forward to your next anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Rick. I'm not, because then I'm going to be another year older.
It is kind of funny that it kind of falls around you guys' birthdays, too. So it's
just coincidental. Yeah.
It is better to sweat in peace than bleed in war. I like that. It's also better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
Yep.
And Leon, if you're still listening, man, we got a whole bunch of love for you right here on our social media feeds.
Absolutely. Axor Arms
folding semi
shotgun FS Pro. I looked it up, Mark.
You don't know what I got. Well, I'm not bragging, babe, so don't put me down. But I got the fastest set of wheels in town. If someone come up to me, he don't even try. 'Cause if he had a set of wings, man, I know she would fly. She's my little loose scoop. You don't know what I got. We all jumped to the low. Welcome back, everybody. Holy cow, it's our anniversary show, and we're in our last segment already.
Segment. Celebration, folks. Thank you guys for making a great time.
I tell you what.
Like the last 6 years, where'd it go?
I know. Real quick, let's jump over our friend Brent in L.A. How are you, Brent?
Shalom, Brent. Welcome.
Shalom and mazel tov, you awesome anniversary gunslingers.
Amen.
Thank you, sir. What's going on, Brett?
Well, you are all a breath of fresh air.
in a grotesque Gavin Newsom California firestorm of satanic sulfur, Karen Bass's fascist feminist flatulence, and American Marxist methane. Perhaps it's now time to start calling you guys the men, the legends, the 21st century MAGA cowboys, riding into our Chad Bianco California sunrise to equitably kick butt, take names, and make California full of new MAGA teenage gunslingers, girl gunslingers, grandma gunslingers, and grandpa gunslingers who all bow and believe in God.
I can dig it.
Hey, we don't have we're bandits, not with the red bandanas, but the red hats. Let's go.
Hey, real quick, what kind of pants are you wearing? You wearing good jeans?
Oh, I love it. I love it. Good jeans.
Have you seen the video of her shooting?
We are back at Terrence's place.
Yeah,
yes.
not too shabby. Not too shabby.
Sydney was shooting?
The little girl from the she's shooting over at Taryn Butler's backyard.
Training academy.
Yeah. And
I love it.
And she's actually a pretty darn good
shooter.
shot.
God bless America.
Works on cars, shoots.
If anybody knows how to get a hold of her, we'll have her on.
Okay. Oh, yes, we will.
You know what? That'd be fun.
That would be.
So make those connections, folks, because it's a little above my pay grade, buddy.
Go ahead, Brett.
Yeah, no, do you know that a pretty girl on the MAGA side is an existential threat to the entire leftist edifice of insanity? It's all of a sudden, now guys are going, oh, that's a girl.
Oh, now we can define a woman.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
Suddenly.
Oh, jeez.
Good point.
Yep. Brett.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Democrat women. None of them looks like one.
I don't want to.
No thanks.
That's why their heads are exploding.
All those
and they're blue.
All those memes where I don't date MAGA men. It's like no one wants to date you.
I'll bet you don't.
Yeah, it's you more like thank you.
We'll pass it on. Thanks so much.
We appreciate that. And kindly don't procreate. Brent, as always, thanks for the call.
Always.
Thank you for a wonderful 6 years.
Okay, we'll talk to you later.
Brent. Thank you for sticking with us.
There's one of the guys that makes our show our show.
Absolutely. Okay, let's get a couple other things out of the way. Of course, September 13th, it's right around the corner, guys. It is a month and 3 days away. Yeah. Catalog will be up this week, so just check gunslingerauctions.com. As soon as we put it up, I'll get Ben to put it onto the website. 700 items, guys. I mean, I said no more 700 gun lots because it's too much, and so we're doing 700.
Guess what?
And there's so much stool cuff.
Stool cuff.
Cool stuff.
Stool cuff. Yeah, that's Russian for this is stool cuff. Yeah.
I'm tired. Shut up. Anyway, we got a lot of. We've got Colt single action armies from all over the place as far as age wise. We've got a bunch of Winchester 73s, 76s, 86s. Man, there's a lot of cool stuff. We always get a lot of nice milsurp stuff. Military surplus. We've got Garands. We've got M1 carbines. We've got 1911s. We've got one. We've got a 1911. I think from 1913. We've got a 1911 A1, World War II in the original shipping box. There's so much stuff. We've got a Roy Rogers Colt commemorative single action that's completely engraved and gold washed. There's some.
This is going to be heavy. Oh, my gosh.
700 of them.
700 of them.
And so that's a little bit of everything, folks. I mean, from your military surplus, like you were mentioning, from your antique, your cowboy action. If you're looking to maybe spruce up your cowboy action little motif, you can find something there. And we also do modern stuff. So
we do lots of modern stuff. We've got Wilson Combat. We've got, I think we've got a Staccato.
Ooh,
lots of good stuff in there, guys.
But wait. There's still more.
Oh, man.
Because you're holding up the catalog for what?
Oh, yeah, jewelry. We've got jewelry. I think we've got some art in this. But 99.9% of this it's all firearms this time. We hardly have anything other than guns. We've got some German, some you know what, daggers.
Oh yeah.
There's just a lot of really cool stuff in this auction coming up. But
I can't wait. You got. I mean, we've mentioned a few things throughout the last couple of weeks. The Shaytac.
Shaytac in 375. It's actually, the gun is not a Shaytac. I can't think of the name of it, but you know, it'll
Arms, I think, wasn't it?
Might have been. We've got some of those. I don't think this one is, but it's in 375 Shaytac, and it's got a U.S. Optics, like a $3,500 scope on it.
Top-of-the-line scope.
And it comes with brass. It comes with loaded ammo, factory ammo, and it comes with the big boy Dillon reloader with the Shaytac dies. So I mean, that is a killer setup.
This catalog is stacked.
It's going to be it's as I always say, it's bitchin'.
Bitch. Total life bitch.
So anyway, 6 years, guys. It's been 6 years. I want to thank everybody that stayed with us, and you know, as we've moved from 7 on a Saturday to 7 on a Sunday to 8 o'clock on Sunday. I mean, it's been a wild ride.
Days, nights, 1 hour, 2 hour, half hour, maybe a dead air hour.
yeah, and about every kind of screw up you can imagine, including me dropping an S-bomb tonight.
Oops. But you know what we have to do on this side is thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Jeff.
Oh,
honestly, because you
Your
brought
idea.
us into this family. Not only to Gunslingers, been working with you at the shop for a long time and the auctions and all that, but making this stand for California, making fun with guns, something to be able to speak about and bring it out into the open, and creating this family online and over the air. Thank you so much for what you've done.
Oh, no problem. No. Like I said, I had a hero on the radio, and when they came to me and said, "Do you want to do a show?" I said, "Well, if I can figure out a way to do a show kind of like what Leon does, I'm in." And that's what we've done. You know, he always was, just cars and no politics. So that's where the no politics kind of came into this. Plus, politics gets so boring, And yeah, I'm not Sean Hannity, and of course, I'm not obviously not Rush Limbaugh. And I just didn't want to get into all of that. I just wanted people to understand that, just because it's a firearm doesn't mean it's scary.
No.
Firearms, when handled correctly, can be a whole lot of fun. Yeah. And there, there's a whole world out there, guys, of really, really nice folks that just enjoy going out and shooting. They don't shoot at critters. They don't, they just go out and they shoot at steel, or they shoot at a piece of paper, and it's just their life. And there's collectors out there. I've had collector guns, at the auction for so many years, and some of the artwork, like this Roy Rogers one, you should see this thing. It is so beautifully engraved. We've got a Diana grade 12 gauge.
Oh.
Now this is a Browning over and under. It's a superposed. I think it's made in 1960, and the engraving on this gun, it's artwork. This is not truly a firearm. This is a piece of art that goes bang. So this is what interests me. This is why I never understood why Hollywood wouldn't put on this TV show, the idea that I had, because they were always AKs, ARs, and they'd run away like little girls with their skirts up, and that's not what we want to talk about. No. We want to talk about we've got a trapdoor Springfield in the Custer range in this auction. Whoa. Now, what that means, the serial number goes to the 7th Cavalry. Now, we don't know if it was in the battlefield or during the battle, but it's in that range. This is the kind of stuff that we want to do.
History, folks.
Guys, it's been a pleasure. Hopefully, we get another 6 out of it. Want to thank Leon for calling in. Want to thank the guys in the booths all around us. Quick, give them Ryan, Kevin,
Brennan,
Little Ronnie.
Thank you, guys.
And of course, Jimmy and Mark for being here and helping me. Guys, don't forget to smile. Just a little curve sets a lot of things straight. Want to thank Leon. We'll see you in 2 weeks, Leon. Good night, everybody.
God bless you guys.
Thanks
we
for
love
listening.
you. Happy 6th.